Them short D.
Can we take it up?
No, please,
Gary?
please. Diva?
Formation around the world.
No.
My power is like terrain.
Earlier part of the beat. Blue, baby, you're gonna have to take it down. You're not just okay.
I'm telling you.
Listen, I appreciate your opinion, but you gotta calm down.
Have you noticed that Blue Ivy sometimes looks a little serious or uncomfortable standing next to Beyonce? At first, most people brushed it off as normal pressure from being in such a huge spotlight at a young age. But lately, rumors have been flying that things behind the scenes may not be as smooth as they seem, with talk that Beyonce has some extremely strict expectations when it comes to Blue's public appearances. Some insiders have even claimed that family members have quietly questioned just how intense those standards have become. Of course, nobody outside the family knows the full story, but the chatter has definitely caught people's attention. So what's really going on, and why are so many fans suddenly talking about Blue's future? One thing everybody knows is that Beyonce values privacy more than almost any other superstar. She rarely puts her children at the center of attention. Her son, Sir Carter, is mostly kept out of the public eye, while Rumi recently got a chance to enjoy a special moment in front of fans during the Cowboy Carter era, and her excitement was impossible to miss. But when it comes to public appearances, Blue Ivy often steals the spotlight. During last year's tour, fans noticed a career-spanning montage that reflected on Beyoncé's journey from the beginning until now. At the same time, social media couldn't stop talking about something else. While people bought tickets to see Queen Bee, many viewers felt that Blue Ivy was becoming one of the biggest attractions of the entire Cowboy Carter tour. Almost every viral post seemed to feature Blue Ivy in some way, and fans could not stop talking about her confidence, stage presence, and talent. Everywhere you looked, people were praising how polished and professional she appeared during major performances. Some rumors have even suggested that after completing Act 3, Beyoncé may focus on new creative projects, with speculation that Blue could play a bigger role in the future. Of course, that's just fan discussion for now, but it has definitely sparked a lot of excitement online. When Beyoncé was asked about giving Blue such a visible role, she explained that it came from her daughter's own interest in performing. According to Beyonce, Blue is naturally creative and enjoys being on stage. She also said that if Blue was going to represent herself in front of huge audiences, she wanted to make sure she was fully prepared and confident every step of the way. Blue Ivy's recent public appearances and wondering how she really feels about all the attention. That growing speculation has become a major topic across social media. For starters, when Blue stepped out at the premiere of Mufasa at just 12 years old, social media immediately exploded with opinions. Many commenters debated whether her outfit and styling made her appear older than expected, while others felt the criticism was unfair and pointed out that she was simply attending a major red carpet event.
She said, I think I'm ready to go on stage. And her mom, yeah, she did. Really? And her mom said, no, I don't think so, Blue. And then she thought about it. She said, you know, if you work hard and you really come with it, then we'll let you go one time. So it's supposed to be a one-time thing.
And it turned out to be the whole tour.
Because, I mean, it was magical. And she just, you know, her confidence just grew and grew. And I mean, it was a beautiful thing for her.
Another topic that quickly gained attention was Blue's body language during public appearances. Some online observers claimed she looked serious, reserved, or eager for the event to wrap up, while others argued that people were reading far too much into a few brief moments caught on camera. Either way, the conversation spread everywhere. Fans also had plenty to say when Blue appeared at the Grammys in another elegant off-shoulder look. Social media was filled with questions about her fashion choices and whether the attention surrounding her style had become bigger than the event itself. Then, after Jay-Z's widely discussed speech at the ceremony, online speculation kicked into overdrive, with some viewers analyzing every detail of the family's appearance and public image strategy. The same thing happened around the Met Gala, where Blue's appearance sparked another wave of discussion, with fans and critics alike debating the spotlight surrounding the Carter family and the constant attention they attract. But it wasn't just the outfits that had people talking. A lot of attention has also been placed on Blue Ivy's expressions during public appearances. Whether she's on stage or attending a red carpet event with a family, Some fans have noticed that she often appears focused and serious. Because of that, people online have spent countless hours debating what her reactions might mean. The conversation grew even louder when photos surfaced of Blue enjoying time at an amusement park with friends. While some people felt she looked more reserved than everyone around her, others pointed out that a single photo can never tell the full story. Still, the images quickly became another major topic across social media. Supporters have argued that Blue may simply be naturally shy, private, or more comfortable staying composed in public settings. Others believe that growing up under constant attention can make anyone more careful about how they present themselves. After all, every expression, gesture, and reaction is analyzed by millions of people online. Meanwhile, rumors from various corners of the internet have claimed that Blue has been taught to maintain a polished and professional image from a very young age. These claims remain unverified, but they continue to fuel discussion among fans and commentators alike. One thing that many people do agree on is her dedication as a performer. During the Renaissance tour appearances, viewers were impressed with how prepared and disciplined she seemed on stage. Her routines looked carefully practiced, and it was clear that a lot of effort had gone into every move. Even so, some fans felt she appeared highly focused during performances, especially when sharing the stage with Beyonce, which only added more speculation and debate online. According to ongoing rumors and fan speculation, Blue Ivy's schedule is far different from what most teenagers experience. While many kids her age spend their free time hanging out with friends or enjoying everyday activities, Blue is often described as having a packed calendar filled with schoolwork, creative projects, rehearsals, and public appearances. Growing up in one of the world's most famous families naturally comes with a unique lifestyle and a different set of expectations. Reports over the years have also suggested that Beyonce has invested heavily in helping Blue build confidence and develop important life skills. Various claims have mentioned coaching, mentorship, and other forms of personal development designed to help her navigate life in the spotlight. If true, it would make sense given the intense public attention she faces every time she steps into view. There have also been reports that Blue has been exposed to a wide range of educational opportunities, including language learning, arts, and other enrichment activities from an early age. While many details remain private, it's clear that education and personal growth have been major priorities within the family. After all, this is someone who earned a Grammy at an incredibly young age and reached a milestone that many performers spend decades pursuing. Because so much of her life takes place away from public view, fans often speculate about how she spends her time. One thing that seems certain is that privacy is taken very seriously, with close access to the family reportedly being carefully managed and protected. After Blue Ivy's appearances during the Renaissance era attracted heavy attention online, every performance seemed to be placed under a microscope. Social media users shared countless opinions, critiques, and reactions, creating the kind of pressure that comes with being part of a globally famous family. Some fans even speculated that all the public scrutiny may have encouraged Blue to become more private and guarded in the way she presents herself. As Blue continues growing into her teenage years, many people believe it's natural that she may want more independence and freedom to explore her own interests. Like most young people, she is likely developing her own personality, preferences, and goals.
Obviously, it's subjective because, it's music and it's opinion-based, but, some things, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work.
That idea has become a major talking point among fans who closely follow her public appearances. While Blue keeps much of her personal life out of the spotlight, it's clear she is aware of the online world around her. Her viral dance moments during the Cowboy Carter era showed just how quickly social media can turn a performance into a major cultural conversation. Fans immediately began discussing her growth, confidence, and presence on stage. At the same time, people online often compare the experiences of celebrity children, noting how different families handle fame and public attention. Some observers have wondered whether seeing other young public figures express themselves more openly could influence how Blue approaches her own future. For now, Those discussions remain speculation, but they continue to spark plenty of debate across social media. Some fans even pointed to Blue Ivy's appearance at the Met Gala as another example of her showing off her own personality. Social media users spent days discussing her choice to keep her glasses on during parts of the event, with many people creating their own theories about what it meant. While some saw it as a fashion statement, others viewed it as a sign that she prefers doing things her own way rather than following public expectations. As with many stories involving high-profile celebrities, plenty of rumors surfaced about what happened behind the scenes. However, very few of those claims have ever been confirmed. What is clear is that Blue's appearance generated a huge amount of attention and became one of the most talked about moments connected to the event. The discussion has also expanded to include her family, with fans constantly analyzing comments from relatives and looking for clues about how they view her future. Because Blue has grown up under intense public scrutiny, every public statement connected to her tends to attract major interest online. One message that received attention came from her grandfather, Matthew Knowles, who shared encouraging words for Blue. He said, "I also want to encourage you to never be afraid of exploring new opportunities. The world is full of endless possibilities, and I hope you are brave enough to step outside your comfort zone and seize the chances that come your way. Always be open to new experiences, for they have the potential to broaden your horizons and lead you to uncharted territories." These comments quickly sparked conversation among fans about what the future might hold for Blue Ivy. What makes the situation even more interesting is that Blue Ivy seems to be reaching a point where people are paying attention to her rather than simply seeing her as Beyonce's daughter. A few years ago, most conversations about Blue focused on who her parents were. Now, fans are breaking down her performances, fashion choices, and public appearances as if she were already a star in her own right. That shift has created a completely different kind of pressure. Every time Blue steps onto a stage or appears at a major event, thousands of comments immediately start pouring in. Some people praise her confidence and discipline, while others question whether she even enjoys being in the spotlight. The reality is that nobody outside her inner circle truly knows how she feels, but that hasn't stopped endless speculation. What has stood out to many observers is how carefully controlled her public image appears to be. Unlike most teenagers growing up in the social media era, Blue rarely shares personal updates, casual photos, or behind-the-scenes moments from her daily life. Fans know very little about what she does when the cameras are off, which only adds to the mystery surrounding her. At the same time, the more attention Blue receives, the harder it becomes to stay in the background. Whether she's attending an event, performing on stage, or simply appearing in a family photo, people are constantly searching for clues about who she's becoming and what path she might choose for herself next. And that's where things start getting really complicated. The more successful Blue Ivy becomes, the more people expect from her. Most young people are given years to figure out what they enjoy, make mistakes, and change direction if they want to. Blue, on the other hand, has spent much of her life being watched by millions of people who seem to have an opinion about every move she makes. Some fans have pointed out that she's already achieved milestones that many performers spend years chasing. She has appeared on major stages, worked on high-profile projects, and earned recognition that most people can only dream about. But with those opportunities comes another challenge, living up to expectations that continue growing bigger every year. What's interesting is that Blue rarely addresses any of the speculation surrounding her. While other public figures regularly share their thoughts online, she tends to stay quiet and let her appearances speak for themselves. That approach has only fueled more curiosity because people are constantly trying to figure out what she is really thinking.
I loved it. I love that. I forgot to.
I heard it really was just supposed to be a one-time thing. One of her friends went on social media and she read some comments that were not great, which I was pretty disappointed that she had access to.
I mean, there was lots of things that people had to say, but I can see that the more that I do it, the better I become.
That's when Blue Ivy went and started practicing it.
There's also the question of what happens next. Some believe she will eventually embrace an even larger role in entertainment, following the path many expect her to take. Others think she could surprise everyone by focusing on completely different interests behind the scenes. With access to opportunities in music, fashion, business, film, and creative projects, her options seem almost unlimited. For now, though, one thing is clear. Blue Ivy is no longer being viewed as just a celebrity kid. More and more people are watching to see how she defines herself on her own terms. That growing curiosity has led fans to revisit some of Blue Ivy's earliest public moments. Looking back, many people now see signs that she was being prepared for major stages long before she ever became a regular part of live performances. Whether she was appearing at award shows, joining family projects, or making brief appearances during important events, there was always a sense that she was learning how to navigate a world that few people could ever understand. What makes Blue's situation different is that she's growing up during an era when every moment can be clipped, shared, and analyzed within seconds. A simple facial expression can become a headline, while a few seconds of video can spark days of discussion. That level of attention would be difficult for anyone to handle, especially someone still discovering who they are. Some observers believe this explains why Blue often appears so composed in public. When every appearance is guaranteed to attract attention, staying calm and focused may simply be the easiest way to deal with it. Others argue that she's developed a level of professionalism that most adults never achieve, which is why she seems so comfortable during high-pressure events. At the same time, fans continue searching for small glimpses of her personality beyond the performances and public appearances. Those rare moments, whether it's a laugh caught on camera, a playful interaction with family members, or a spontaneous reaction during an event, often attract just as much attention as anything she does on stage. Those brief moments have actually become some of the most talked about parts of Blue Ivy's public appearances. Fans often pay close attention to how she interacts with the people around her, especially during events where she seems more relaxed than usual. When those moments happen, many viewers say they get a glimpse of the teenager behind the polished public image. At the same time, there's a growing belief among some fans that Blue is entering a completely new phase of her life. She's no longer the little kid making occasional appearances alongside her parents. She's getting older, developing her own interests, and gradually building an identity that stands apart from the family name she was born into. That transition isn't always easy for someone growing up under such intense public attention. Every new interest, hobby, or career move is immediately analyzed by people trying to predict what she'll do next. If she attends a music-related event, rumors start about an album. If she attends a fashion gathering, people assume she's preparing for a future in the industry. Even small decisions can quickly become major talking points. What makes this period especially interesting is that Blue seems to have more influence over her public image than ever before. As she gets older, she naturally has a bigger voice in how she presents herself, what projects she participates in, and where she chooses to focus her energy. And while plenty of people continue guessing about her future, there's one question that keeps resurfacing. What happens when Blue Ivy decides to step out of everyone's expectations and show the world exactly who she wants to be? That question has become even more fascinating because there are already hints that Blue Ivy may not want to follow a completely predictable path. While many people assume her future has already been mapped out for her, others believe she can end up making choices that surprise everyone. After all, growing up around music, fashion, film, business, and global entertainment gives her exposure to far more possibilities than most people ever experience.
Wish for her is that I wish that she would do something else. I hope that she doesn't go into entertainment. And just because I think it's a huge sacrifice. It's a huge sacrifice on your life, but if she chooses to do it, I'm gonna be right up at front, screaming and cheering, but hopefully she'll choose something.
One thing fans frequently point out is that Blue seems to be observing everything around her very carefully. Even though she rarely shares her thoughts publicly, she has spent years watching how fame affects the people closest to her. She is seeing the praise, the criticism, the pressure, and the constant attention that comes with being in the public eye. That kind of experience could shape how she approaches her own future decisions. There's also the reality that Blue belongs to a new generation that views celebrity differently. Younger public figures often want more control over their image, their projects, and how much of their personal lives they choose to share. Some fans think Blue may eventually adopt a similar approach, keeping certain parts of her life private while taking a more active role in shaping her own brand. What makes the situation so unique is that she appears to be balancing two worlds at once. On one side, there's the legacy and expectations that come with being part of one of entertainment's most famous families. On the other, there's the possibility of creating something entirely her own. And recently, a few moments have led some observers to wonder whether that process may have already started. Some fans believe those signs can be seen in the way Blue Ivy carries herself during public appearances now. Compared to a few years ago, many people have noticed that she seems more confident, more comfortable, and more aware of the attention surrounding her. She still maintains a composed image, but there are moments when her own personality appears to shine through in ways the viewers didn't always notice before. One example often mentioned by supporters is how much her stage presence has evolved. Early appearances were met with endless commentary about whether she looked nervous or unsure. More recent performances, however, have sparked a different kind of discussion. Instead of focusing on whether she belongs on stage, many people are now talking about how much she has improved and how naturally she handles large audiences. That shift is important because it changes the narrative around her. For years, much of the conversation centered on her famous last name. Now, more people are evaluating her based on her own performances and accomplishments. Whether someone agrees with the attention or not, the focus has gradually moved from who her parents are to what she is doing herself. There's also growing curiosity about which creative areas interest her the most. Music is the obvious topic because of her family's background, but fans have also pointed to fashion, visual arts, business ventures, and entertainment projects as possible directions she could explore. The opportunities available to her seem nearly endless. And as those possibilities continue expanding, some observers have started paying closer attention to the decisions being made behind the scenes, wondering how much influence Blue is beginning to have over the next chapter of her own story.
Now, Matthew Knowles has spent years in the public eye, so he usually chooses his words very carefully. That's why some fans paid close attention to the encouraging message he shared with Blue Ivy. While he never directly criticized anyone, many people interpreted his comments as a reminder that young people should feel free to explore different opportunities and discover their own passions. Interestingly, Tina Knowles has also spoken about supporting Blue no matter what path she chooses. While she has always been proud of her granddaughter, she has suggested that success can come in many forms and that there are countless possibilities available beyond the entertainment world. That perspective caught the attention of fans who were already debating what Blue's future might look like. What makes these conversations so fascinating is the history behind them. Matthew and Tina played major roles in helping Beyonce become one of the biggest stars on the planet. Because of that experience, people naturally pay attention whenever they share advice about the challenges that come with fame, success, and growing up in the spotlight. Of course, nobody outside the family truly knows what discussions happen behind closed doors. What we do know is that Blue Ivy continues to face enormous attention at a very young age, and every public appearance sparks new conversations about what comes next for her. The bigger question is whether Blue is simply following an incredible opportunity, or whether she should be given more space to discover her own path at her own pace. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with others who want to join the discussion. We'd love to hear your opinion.